We'll head over to our Reign here, who played 3 games in 1 week. Let alone being a professional athlete, that feels like a lot to you. No, I mean 3 games 1 week. So there were some mixed lineups, but the Reign had 9 points on the table. We'll see how many they got. So May 25th versus the Kansas City Current on a Wednesday at 7:00, which is it's kind of tough, especially for people to try to come and get them out of there. A 1-0 win. Player of the game forward Bethany Balser with a goal, 2 shots in 27 minutes played. Obviously coming on to sub as a super sub, recording the game-winning goal in the 80th minute off a great service from Sofia Huerta. And then on the 29th versus the San Diego Wave, playing the Wave, who were at the top of the NWSL table coming into this game, 4 wins and 1 draw. They had not lost a game. That would change on the 29th. A 1-0 win. Player of the game forward Rose Lavelle. I know that's kind of weird. She's normally a midfielder, but they had her playing as a forward this match. With a goal on 3 shots in 90 minutes, scoring a game-winning goal in the 75th minute, a header goal, which Rose is not known for her headers. So seeing that play was pretty cool. But so out of 9 possible points in that 3-match week, you got 7, which hard to complain about. A draw and 2 wins. To go undefeated in a week when you've got 3 matches, I'd say that's a success. But there's some more news on that 29th was a big day for the club. So we'll get to that. First, we look at the injury news. On the 25th, the match report against Kansas City was clean, so it's always good to see that. On the 29th, though, against San Diego, Megan Rapinoe was out with a back injury. So we'll follow along with that and see how serious that may be. But obviously, if she wasn't able to play, it's of some note, right? So we will keep an eye on press conferences and ask when we're able to about that. On the 29th, as I mentioned, we'll get into team news here. During halftime, the Reign tweeted out before the match that there would be a special announcement at halftime about someone returning. And this was very interesting because I put my detective hat on. I already wear a ton of hats on the show anyway. But they had the 3 Reign originals in the video they released. It was obviously Megan, Jess, and Lauren. And they showed the honor kits, like we mentioned. They've got the names of all the players that have ever played for the club running down the middle of them. And they showed a certain part of it. And you're trying to figure out if it's on there. I thought it was Eugenie Le Sommer, who came over from Olympique Lyon last year because she was left off of the Euros roster for France. So that would free up her summer effectively, right?
Yeah.
That's what my guess would be. A friend of mine said Kim Little. Kim Little was a fan favorite with the Reign. We'll get into her accolades there. It was obviously, we would find out, it's Kim Little. Kim Little will return to the club with a loan from Arsenal from June 1st to the beginning of Arsenal's 2022-2023 season, which begins on the 15th of August. So it's not that long of a loan. It's kind of she's essentially being signed to help as a national team replacement player, while some of the other players like Lavelle, like Huerta, hopefully Bethany Balser go and play with the international team. But still, I mean, you're getting a fan favorite back, someone who played with the Reign when they were the Seattle Reign back from 2014 to 2016, playing in Memorial Stadium, helping the Reign to 2 NWSL Shields, and also winning a league MVP back a while ago. So it's obviously a big help to have that, but it sucks that it's such a short time. But it's to have Kim Little in a Reign uniform in Seattle, let alone at Lumen Field, will be a pretty cool spectacle to see. The Reign don't play at home again until the 18th of June, so that is when we'll see her. But so her loan begins in 2 days. It'll be interesting to see if she's good to go for the June 4th match against Chicago. I would say no. I would say they're going to try to implement her and get her up to speed and get her familiar with other players. But it'll be really cool to see that. My parents would bring me to the Reign games at Memorial Stadium, so Kim Little is someone that I had seen before. Also on the 29th, I had a little graphic made for this. I went out and I had a little graphic made. Jess Fishlock would hit 150 NWSL regular season appearances. So she's one of the Reign originals, one of the 3 that's been with the club her entire club career here. since 2013. In those 150 games, 34 goals and 22 assists, or 23 assists, my apologies, and winning MVP of the league last year. It's just someone that, as I've said before, that I think I said it in the when the season ended, but when you look at this Reign team, she is the engine that continues to push it. She is I always joke that during the Reign games they should just have a Jess cam, just so you can see it. She's very lively, always on the refs, on her teammates, and just someone that makes this whole operation go. So congratulations on 150 NWSL regular season appearances to you, Jess. So nothing league news related. As we look ahead here, the Reign record sits at 2 wins, 1 loss, 3 draws. They sit at 3rd in the NWSL table right now, so they jump from about 7 to 3rd.
Nice.
At the current moment, I think there's a game going on tonight that might change that, but they've jettisoned themselves up pretty significantly. Looking ahead, they will play June 4th versus the Chicago Red Stars in Chicago. That's a noon start, which is kind of interesting on a Saturday. In Chicago, in the Midwest.
Yeah.
But it's another opportunity for them to continue to build on a little 2-game road trip. So with that being said here,